माननीय सदस्य श्री बेहनवान जी।
Thank you, Chairperson, and I'm thankful to the Honourable Finance Minister to be here. Sir, budget is a collective imagination of the nation. It is not just a compilation of facts and figures and a set of numbers. It is a shared dream that the country views together. It is one vision that the country should capitalize and share of the future of the communities. It is a collective aspiration of the nation, sir. It shall be a vision statement enriched by the input and ideas of the members. We as a nation shall imagine our future paths, allocate care and attention to all segments of the society, and chart our own path to progress. It shall not be a political rhetoric or a plan of an electoral game. We as a nation shall put our soul into the emerge as a stronger nation and to address the popular concerns. Political favoritism and biases shall not be defeat the dreams of the great nation. Sir, but the budget of 2025-26 is deeply flamed and fails to address the pressing challenges our country faces today, such as unemployment, inflation, the rupee's depreciation against major currencies, the farm sector crisis, the MSME struggles, climate change, and the emerging geopolitical tension caused by the new US administration. In what appears to be an unprecedented move, the ruling party has openly framed the budget to benefit only a small segment of society. This is nothing short of bribery, using public funds to secure votes in upcoming election. We can conclude that this budget is for Bihar and Delhi. Sir, the government claimed that the agriculture sector is the growth engine of the economy. The budget fails to offer the meaningful support to better making the agriculture produce, which would be help the farmers earn more. While research and development are a virtual for progress in agriculture, the budget only marginally increased funding of it by 21 crore in this budget. Sir, India's overall spending in research and development remains insufficient. Sir, we are spending only 0.6% of the GDP. And compare India's research and development expenditure is the lowest among the world's 5 economies. By contrast, China allocates 2.41% of the GDP and European Union to 5 to 6% of the GDP. China now leads the globally in patent application for capita and has achieved the second highest labor productivity growth. It also boasts that the largest number of PhD awards annually and the highest share of the high-tech. A report from the Ministry of Human Resources Development reveals that only 15.8% of papers by Indian researchers appear in the world's top 10 journals, whereas the figure stands 27% for China, 33% for Germany, and 36% for the United States. Madam, we are entering this AI world, so we have to give more importance to the research and development. Existing community boards, crucial in the agriculture sector, especially for the Kerala also, are left underfunded. For instance, the allocation for the coffee board remains unchanged between 2024 to 25, and the rubber board gets meager 40 crore increase, and the spices board seems only 24 crore more. In an alarming move, the allocation for the coconut development board has actually been reduced from 39 to 35 crore. The budget also falls short adjusting our weakening currency, which is poised to wreak havoc the economy. The finance minister offers no concrete measures to counter the strain. Sir, agriculture has been projected the growth engine, but in terms of total allocation for agriculture, there has been a marginal reduction in the current budget as compared to the revised estimate of the previous year. What is totally unacceptable and understandable is the neglected plantation agriculture. Plantations are no more the business of a large estate owners. Today, it is dominated by smallholders. There is a predominance of human labor, and more importantly, about 72% of the plantation workers are from the backward community. What is more, plantation operators the least developed location in our country. Sir, as compared to the revised estimate of 2024-25, the total budget size of the year 25-26 recorded a little over 10% increase. In real terms, that is, after considering the inflation, the increase will be less than 5% according to my knowledge. The economic survey rightly noted that the corporate profitability reached a 15-year peak in 23-24, whereas employment growth has been sluggish. No wonder our educated young generation remains unemployed and is migrating from this country. The budget, therefore, is disappointing for the younger generation. Sir, the big ticket concession is by way of tax construction for the middle class. By accepting income of 12 lakhs from income tax, it is estimated that the finance minister has forgone 1 lakh crore. Sir, if the finance minister decided to put at least 25,000 crore into the hands of the lowest income group by way of increasing the welfare pension or by way of increasing the wages, Manrega workers would have been much higher, boost the domestic demands. But sorry, sir, the allocation to the Manrega scheme is the same as the last budget. The emphasis on the manufacturing is also welcome, but we must not forget the fact that after the introduction of Make in India program, they say the share of the manufacturing output in India GDP has not been increased. Sir, as usual, the Kerala continues to be neglected in the union budget. Despite facing one of the worst recent disaster, Wayanad has not been granted a special package. As a new AIMS has been announced or established in Kerala, the tourism sector, sir, we are on God's own country, has been ignored. Even though Kerala has achieved 100% of literacy, the education sector continues to be neglected. In the railway sector, Kerala still does not receive adequate consideration. The state dream project, the Angamali-Shabari railway line, has not been included in the budget. After completing the ongoing projects of which funds have been allocated, Kerala will receive only rupees 330 crore in the railway budget. Sir, the Vizhinjam project has not been in necessary situation. Sir, I request before the Honourable Finance Minister, one of the biggest relief of the MPs in the MP Large Fund have allocated the remains of just 5 crore, which has fixed years ago. In many states, the funds allocated to MLAs are bigger than this. Considering this increased developmental needs of the timely expansion of the project, I request the Honourable Union Minister to increase the MB Large Fund at least 20 crore. Sir, another point. The central government has constituted a new pay revision commission. I welcome, sir. In this contest, Madam, I also urge the Honourable Union Minister to considering the increase of the allowance of the members of the Parliament. Sir, the present government claims that it is building new India, but the fact that the figures of since 1947 show that is nothing but a balanced life. The present India has been built by the previous government led by Congress. Take the growth of the budget size in the first year of the free India. The size of the first union budget was mere rupees 171.15 crore. In 2013-14, where the Congress government presented its last full budget, the size had escalated to rupees 16.65 lakhs crore, an incredible growth of more than 73,753%, or a 9,737-fold increase from the first budget. In the interim budget presented by the Congress government is taken into account. The budget size sails to another new peak. It presented the interim budget of rupees 17.63 lakh crore. Compared with the first budget, this represented a growth of 1 crore, more than 1 crore %, more than 10 lakhs fold increase. Barring the new years, the period was largely dominated by the Congress government. On the other hand, the size of the NDA government budget in 2014-15 was rupees 17.9 lakh crore, and the current NDA government budget is near about 50 lakh crore. This shows a 68% of growth in the budget size, or just 1.6-fold growth during the NDA period. And when the Congress period, it was more than 1 lakh fold. Sir, on the other, the comparison indicates that while India grew 9,737 times from 1947 to 2004 under Congress rule, it has only achieved 1.6-fold growth under the NDA government. So the growth of the country's banking sector is equally remarkable. At the time of independence, total deposits in the banks were 1,261 crore, while the loan amounted to rupees 475 crore. By 2013-14, the total deposit has risen to 79.55 lakh crore, outstanding a credit of rupees 62.8 lakh crore, and the CD ratio stood at 79%. The incredible growth was achieved through the nationalization of bank and introduction of the lead bank scheme, the deposit insurance, and the credit. One minute, sir. For credit corporation, NABARD, and other things. Somebody criticized Indira Gandhi's scheme. Somebody, the former Sudhir Gupta from Maharashtra, he criticized the Indira Gandhi's time. What has happened? Shrimati Indira Gandhi translated her performance of Garibi Hadao into action. The country saw 500% increase in food production, and India became a food surplus nation. India produced just 50.82 million tons of grain in 1915. Now that figure has risen to a record of 314 million tons. Before nationalization, private banks in India were inaccessible to the common people, while offering a red carpet welcome to the industry. In 1967, only 2.2% of the total loan was allocated to the agriculture sector. In rural areas, there were only, as I mentioned above, 1,240 branches. India farmers struggled without access to loans, the agricultural investment. See, sir, after the nationalization of banks, the situation changed. In 1969, there were only 1,247 rural branches across the country. By 1984, this number has increased to 25,540 branches. The agricultural loan announced to 745, that means 2.2%, that was increased to 10,000 crore, reflecting 7.5-fold growth. Despite the facing major crises like Bangladesh war and influence of refugees, two famines, and the oil crisis, India's food production increased 35%. Sir, I am concluding with one sentence. Sir, if India shines today, it is not by the NDA government. If India shines today, it is due to the firm foundation laid by our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. The present government is merely enjoying a piggyback ride on the foundation while claiming to creating a new India. In the future, they will become the laughing stock of history. Thank you very much, sir.